Council meeting Tuesday, November 21st, 2023. The regular meetings reconvene at 7 p.m. Announce any executive session votes required to be disclosed pursuant to Rhode Island General Law, Section 42-46-4. The Town Council did have a vote of 5-0 to increase Town Manager Randy Rossi's salary to $150,000. Like to join me in prayer. Heavenly Father, we come to you today asking for your guidance, wisdom, and support as we begin this meeting. Amen. Salute to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Emergency evacuation and health notifications.
Thank you, Council President. This two main exits from the Town Council chambers to the left of the stage up the stairs will take you out the back of the building, out the back of the council chambers to your right. Those stairs will take you out the front of the building. Just past that, to your right is the men's facility. Up the stairs to the left is the ladies' facility. Please do not use the elevator at time of emergency.
Thank you, sir. Moving on to minutes. Item A, move that the minutes of the November 7th, 2023 executive session meeting held pursuant to Rhode Island General Laws, Section 42-46-5, A5, real estate, to consider, discuss, and act upon a potential land purchase, and Rhode Island General Laws, Section 42-46-5, A2, potential litigation be approved as recorded and sealed.
So moved.
Second.
All those, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Item B, move that the minutes of the November 7th, 2023 open session meeting be approved as recorded.
So moved.
Seconded.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Item 7, there are no appointments, so we can skip that. Item 8, public hearing. Schedule a public hearing on January 9th, 2024 to consider, discuss, and act upon zoning ordinance amendments to Section 4.4 supplementary use regulations and 4.3 table of uses of the Smithfield zoning ordinance to add a new use category entitled battery energy storage facility.
Mr. President, last Thursday, the Planning Board approved the amendment of the table of uses of the Smithfield zoning ordinance by adding a category for battery energy storage facilities. This ordinance would restrict such facilities to industrial and planned corporate zones and require the issuing of a special use permit in order to construct a battery energy storage facility. The new ordinance would also prohibit the locating of a battery storage facility within 500 feet of a residential structure, require a non-climbable fence around the facility, require screening from public and adjoining property view, require an emergency response plan, require a quantitative risk analysis, and require a decommissioning plan. The drafting of this ordinance was prompted by an application to place a grid-scale battery energy storage facility on Mountaindale Road. I sponsored this ordinance along with Councilwoman Toppy because we're very concerned about the effects of fires that may occur at these facilities. There were 3 fires at facilities in upstate New York this last summer, prompting the governor, Kathy Hochul, to appoint a working group to inspect all of these facilities in the state of New York. One of the fires burned for 4 days and prompted a shelter-in-place recommendation for several hours due to resulting toxic emissions. Workers, first responders, and residents can be exposed to such emissions caused by the heating of the chemicals in these batteries. Such fires can also cause groundwater contamination. As you can imagine, these large-scale battery facilities, when a fire starts in one of the cells, it can cause the next cell to heat, and it can travel and cascade and cause quite a problem for a municipality, a fire department. Since these grid-sized battery storage facilities are relatively new to Rhode Island, there is little guidance from the state regarding the safe siting and operation of these facilities. So it is up to us and all municipalities to be proactive in ensuring that these types of facilities are only constructed in appropriate locations with the planning required to ensure their safe operation. And so, Mr. President, I move that we place this on our calendar for public hearing for our January 9th to 2024 meeting.
Thank you very much.
Second.
Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Item B, conduct a public hearing to consider, discuss, and act upon approving the renewal of intoxicating beverages licenses as listed as applied, subject to compliance with all state regulations, local ordinances, and a certificate of good standing from the Rhode Island Division of Taxation. This is a public hearing. We're gonna have, I open this public hearing. If anyone would like to discuss the following licenses, they're listed on the agenda. Hearing none, close the public hearing. Any discussion from the council?
Move to approve the intoxicating beverage license renewals for 2023 and 2024
As listed.
as listed.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'm in favor of all of them except number 4 on the Class B beverage license. I will recuse myself. Item C, conduct a public hearing to consider, discuss, and act upon approving the renewal of the following 12 vitrilling-only licenses to include renewal of the extended hours operation as listed, as applied, subject to compliance with all state regulations and local ordinances.
So moved.
This is, I'm sorry, everyone. This is a public hearing as well. If anyone would like to speak regarding these licenses.
Are all of these the hours that these businesses presently have, or are they being extended here tonight?
They have, but they have, the extension has to be approved by the council on a yearly basis.
So these are all renewals of the extension. These aren't new extensions.
And they don't necessarily even follow by the hours that they ask for. I mean, you won't see McDonald's open at 2 o'clock in the morning, Dunkin'.
For some of them doing packed towards the end.
Motion
You
to
didn't
approve.
close the hearing.
I did, but
You did close it? All right, motion to approve?
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Moving on to licenses. Consider, discuss, and act upon approving the renewal of 7 entertainment licenses as listed, as applied, subject to compliance with all state regulations and local ordinances.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
I'm going to say aye to all 3 except for number 2. I'm going to recuse myself on that one as well. Item B, consider, discuss, and act upon approving the renewal of 6 special dance licenses as listed, as applied, subject to compliance with all state regulations and local ordinances.
Motion to approve the 6 special dance licenses as listed.
Second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Item C, consider, discuss, and act upon approving the renewal of 44 vitrilling-only licenses as listed, as applied, subject to compliance with all state regulations and local ordinances.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Item D, consider, discuss, and act upon approving a new vitrilling-only license for Addie and Colt Bagel, LLC, DBA Cafe Such a Bagel, 285 George Washington Highway, as applied, subject to compliance with all state regulations and local ordinances.
Move passage.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye. Congratulations.
Now we have two to go to. Item, new business. Item A. Read it? Okay. Item A, consider, discuss, and act upon authorizing the fire department to purchase ballistic protective equipment in the amount of not to exceed $45,000.00 to be funded from the Bryant University billing account.
Thank you, Town Council President. We're asking at this time for the council to table this item until the December 5th meeting so that the actual vendors can be sorted out and the chief can bring back the recommendation to the council for consideration at that time.
Motion to table.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Actually, we don't vote when we table. It's too late.
No,
Item B, consider, discuss, and act upon authorizing the fire department to purchase 2 Hearst Jaws of Life tools from Firematic Supply Company, Inc. of Milford, Mass. through the Massachusetts Master Pricing Agreement, PSE 01, in the amount of $30,500.00.
Thank you, Town Council President. This item is on its actual normal timeline of replacement. After reviewing this actually at the Capital Committee meeting the other day, this is going to actually buy us for 10 and possibly 15 years with the new technology, and also it's a much easier product for the firemen to use.
Move passage.
Seconded.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Item C, consider, discuss, and act upon rescinding a request for proposals for the sale of the William Windsor Elementary School.
Thank you, Council President. So we went on the RFP. Unfortunately, we received 2 proposals for the project, and there's nothing against the 2 proposals that we received. But after reviewing it, we feel that there's definitely some specifications that we need to clean up, and we'll have that in the next item. Removing the minimum bid amount, as well as the requirements that were in the RFP to make it a little bit more flexible, to see what proposals we have, to have the opportunity to review those.
Move passage.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Item D, consider, discuss, and act upon authorizing a request for proposals for the sale of the William Windsor Elementary School pending final approval by the town solicitor.
Thank you again, Council President. And so this item is the updated RFP, which is having its final review by the solicitor, but it removes that minimum amount, as well as certain requirements that we were asking for to leave flexibility for additional proposals for consideration.
Move passage.
Seconded.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Item E, consider, discuss, and act upon authorizing a re-amortization of the police and fire pension funds as recommended by the Police and Fire Pension Committee.
Thank you, Council President. So at the October 25th, Police and Fire Pension Committee, this was reviewed and discussed to have the flexibility to recommend between a 15 and 19-year amortization. And after reviewing that, it was realized with the some rate of return reduction that we did a couple meetings back with the investment policy, the 19-year recommendation would provide the most flexibility and blending of that new rate of return. So we're recommending the town council to approve for both the police and fire pension funds re-amortization of 19 to make it 19 years, resetting that period.
Are these the legacy funds that we're talking about?
Yes, the 2 private pensions.
And so the reduction from 7.5% to 7.25% is to more accurately reflect market conditions?
Correct. And we had, when we did that portion of it, I want to say a month and a half ago or so, we did the update to the investment policy. So by doing that, that dramatically increases what the liability will be. So in order to blend what the effect will be to our payments, the recommended approach is to reset that amortization period so that it doesn't hit the taxpayers as quickly as possible.
So would that result in a similar payment to what we're paying now?
It will. We are, looking at ramping up as we did with the negotiations with the fire. So the police would pretty much stay stagnant to where we're at, to what that amount was. The fire is the one that we'll have to consider in a couple future years to see if we're going to ramp that up so that we can start paying 100% of the actual determined contribution which I'm working with the Auditor General's office to figure that out, what they think is the best approach, and I'll come back to the council on that, but this will give us the best opportunity.
Because I noticed last year there was a reduction in the amount to the police department.
Correct. And then that had to do with just the market fluctuation and showing a positive year. And that's the issue with the new measurement periods. It's showing the actual rate of return in that year. So that's affecting what the contribution rate is. But we're trying to level that out more so it's more standard.
So moved.
Second.
Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Next item is public comment. If anyone from the public would like to come up and speak, they're more than welcome. State your name and your address. Hearing none. Have a great
Motion to
Thanksgiving.
adjourn.
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving.